Yeah, what's good, boys? We back. We finally here, man. I
Back
got
with another one.
Skinny Man Hugh. Talk to him.
Yeah.
Chocolate Kobe.
Miss you guys.
Man, let me blow no kisses. But my
Yeah,
boy,
I
we
miss
got a
you guys.
special
I
guest. Look,
promise.
we got a guest, man. He back in effect. Talk to him. Who,
stop
who that
it,
over there,
stop.
Vert? Who that on the end of that table? Who that over there?
I don't even. Hey, listen. He came back from his tour, bro. You know
Oh
he be
yeah.
moving, man. He be
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
So
Working and paying bills. Hell of a tour, man.
What you was on,
I
Ron?
don't.
Oh no, he was at the fight. That's what he was doing. He was training. You must have been training then. Yeah, yeah.
ah,
He ain't like
I
how
might start fighting.
you ain't like how Garcia just tagged up our boy Haney, huh? That's what happened.
yeah. That's what I heard. Quiet
I'm
as
gonna
it kept.
keep it
He
a
was hanging
buck.
out with Haney right before, huh?
Don't get me started.
Nah,
No, get
I want you. I want you to get started. Cause let's
Please.
talk about it, Ron.
I the same way that y'all love basketball, football, that's the way I love boxing. So I could tell you right now, there was a lot of things that went wrong on
like
Devin's
what?
side.
What you mean then?
Like okay. So I'm trying to understand the whole weight clause thing. What's the
Okay.
issue with the weight clause?
So they didn't have a weight clause, and that's
Oh,
what hurt Haney. So boxers know that. You got to remember, these are elite fighters. These ain't your average Joes in the street. These are elite fighters. These guys are trained to hurt the other person. So when you have weight clauses basically keep the fighters at the same weight, even on fight night. Now, Devin didn't have a weight clause. Devin was just like, hey, you got to make weight 140, we fight. But Ryan didn't even make 140. And every fighter knows that those last 3 pounds, you can ask all professional fighters and coaches, those last 3 pounds are the hardest to lose. Ryan said, I'm not losing it. Now, what Devin should have did, Devin should have said, you know what, we're not fighting until you lose the 3 pounds. But
mm,
Devin was cocky and was like, it's cool, but that was his biggest
he
mistake
got beat up.
because
Okay,
Ryan
so
came in that hole.
when was the
It,
weigh-in, and then when was the day of the fight? Like how many days apart is the weigh-in from the like actual fight night?
I want to say the weigh-in was like Thursday, I want to say, and the fight is like Saturday, something like that.
In
Because
44
from
days.
I don't know if I'm right or not, but from what I've read, someone said Haney was 160 the night of fight night, and Garcia was 180 the night of
To be
fight.
honest, that's probably a fair assessment, bro.
Really? I didn't know you
Because,
could be that
Most
far
times,
off.
Nah, he can't be
bro,
that
you
far
can
off.
gain
Yeah.
can I
20,
tell you?
No
40
way.
pounds.
No, bro.
Do that.
Water weight. You gotta understand, these dudes drain their bodies of water, bro. So as soon as they drink a bottle of water, that shit's whoop right back on them. You
Oh,
gotta
we're
think
You
talking
need
these
a
20
dudes are
20
pounds.
not.
pounds
20
today?
pounds though, Ron? 20?
20
You
pounds,
don't
y'all.
understand,
That's
bro.
that's boosting.
Bro,
No,
okay.
And only reason I say okay, so only reason I say it in the aspect of wrestling. So when I wrestled in high school, same thing. You have weight classes and weight divisions. You had when I wrestled 152 to 160, you had that 7 pounds, and they did give you a 2 pound amnesty. So if you were
Mm,
162, you were still able to wrestle 152. Now
mm.
that's 10 pounds, right? But you couldn't be under 152. Now those 2 pounds, yes, they do make a difference, right? But literally, I don't think I've ever seen anybody go drink a bottle of water that had to get under the weight and then they balloon 10 pounds or they balloon
That's a
even
lot.
But
5 pounds.
you
Like
gotta understand.
that's
You
an
gotta understand,
excessive
bro.
amount. Like
Bro, you gotta understand. These guys naturally, their natural walk around weight is probably like 175. So they're
Yeah.
draining their bodies to get to 140. So they'll tell you that is the hardest thing to do. Once they weigh in and they're able to do what they do, these guys eat, they drink water, bro. They fill up quick, bro. I've literally, no lie, I lost like 7 pounds in water weight in one day, bro. One
I need
day,
to get on that weight plan because
literally, bro. I did that
I got my
getting
one
hand
20
day,
raised.
pounds in 2 days, I need that in my life.
bro. Let me tell you
I
what
don't
I
see
did.
it. I
I
don't
went
see
to the
it.
gym. I weighed myself. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I weighed myself. I went in. I was 198. This was like a couple months ago. I was 198. I went. I worked out. I ran. I did shadow fight back on the scale, bro. That shit said like it was like 192.
So wait. Okay, I heard you. I heard a little bit wrong. You started breaking up, but so you had 6 pounds of water weight. You're saying,
Bro, I lost all that shit in one setting.
but
So I
didn't
weighed
but
myself
that's
after the
crazy.
workout. That shit left.
but Huber said this nigga came in at 20 pounds almost.
no, not 20 pounds. It can't be.
No,
You
no.
said.
He did. My fact. I'm gonna look it up right now.
You said Garcia came in at.
Can I be real with you?
No.
And also, hey, I'm gonna say this: there's no legitimate facts on that. That's people guessing. You know that no one knows what weight they came in at. I'm gonna put that out there.
Okay.
They're guessing.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But okay, let's rewind this, y'all. Are we saying because 3 pounds is why Devin Haney got his ass stomped?
No.
Is that what we saying?
I'm gonna tell you.
No. What I'm saying is, so from the weigh-in, they said Garcia weighed 143 and David had whatever his name is, weighed 140. So on actual fight night, they said Garcia was at 180, but I don't know how true that was.
Yeah, that's he say, she say. I personally believe it, but the only thing is I hate this argument because no one actually knows. Because Ryan didn't say what he fought at, and Devin didn't say. This is just us guessing. That's the only reason I don't like the argument, because we really don't know. All I can go off is my eyes. Ryan looked way bigger than Haney.
So let's talk about some technicals then, Ron. Since again, you like boxing, you follow it more. I'm a casual watcher, but were you able to tell as far as Garcia versus Tank, and then the Garcia and Haney fight? Were you able to distinguish some differences, maybe some pros and cons? Because Haney was the clear cut winner here. Ryan was a severe underdog, and I mean, I saw the highlight, I watched the fight after it was launched or whatever. But that round 1, I was like, oh yeah, Garcia got this fight. It was very sporadic that I seen Haney actually get some composure or get some points, quote unquote.
So I will tell you this: styles make fights. Unfortunately, that first clip when Ryan clipped him, I hate to say it, the night was over, because his coach said in an interview, once Devin got hit, he was kind of out of it through the whole fight. His own coach said that he knew that when Ryan caught him with that, and all it takes is one shot. When he caught him, they said Devin was kind of out because he caught that man good, bro. Boy, good. And that man never recovered.
They was talking about his wardrobe. They was trying to talk about what he had on, his shoes, and all. I'm like, nah, man, it's that leather to that chin is what happened to Devin Haney.
I'm also wondering, and I don't know how much it plays into effect, but other athletes also deal with this. And I know that there was a 2-week time period, but I wonder how much Ramadan affected that, right? Because I know Devin, he is Muslim, right? And he
say he's
during
gonna
that
do it after.
Okay, so he I guess he postponed it. Again, I don't know everything.
Yeah, he did.
I looked at the date and it starts in March. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So he can't even say that was a part of it. So he did. To me, when I watched the same thing as a casual watcher, it did look like he was just severely more weaker, or like the training, or he was just doing so much more training or whatever the third. But he just looked more fatigued and tired, and he just wasn't really throwing the precision punches. Even against Lomachenko, if you looked at Devin versus Lomachenko, I still think he probably lost against Lomachenko, but at least his punches were a lot more efficient, precise, and he acted like he was fighting. When he was fighting, Garcia,
you know why?
He was fatigued, bro.
You know why though? Because Lomachenko is naturally smaller, so Lomo didn't come in at no crazy weight on fight night. He was literally the weight that he damn near came in as. That was an even weight fight. And also, what people don't understand, when fighters get down to weight, when they get down to that fighting weight, their bodies are drained. If you look at Devin during before the fight, his eyes were sunken in. That's he's basically dehydrated.
See, how does that happen? People talk about that. How does that? What you got, Hugh? Go ahead, Hugh.
I think you're probably about to ask the same thing. But what is the rehydration clause?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. What is that?
So, for example, all right, let me give an example. So when when Gervonta fought Ryan, the weight was basically the hydration clause is you cannot come in fight night weighing more. You have to be within a certain weight limit where basically you're coming in, you're weighing in at 136. Okay? You're weighing in at 136.
It's cooked, bro. Stay on camera. Stay your ass in your seat.
No. We good. I'll pause a little bit and I'll jump right. So look, the hydration clause is You weigh in at, for example, at 136, and on fight night, you cannot be over that weight. So that means you damn near fighting at the same weight you weighed in at. And Gervonta was like, we ain't doing that weight bullying shit. You gonna weigh what I weigh, and we gonna make it fair.
Yeah,
it was a fair fight. But Ryan took the fight. That's on him. He didn't have to take it.
Yeah.
He got it. He got his ass put on his ass. So
Thanks.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I never really understood that clause either, I guess. And I'm like, how are you able to come into a fight? And again, I'm not even gonna keep scrutinizing that. That's again why boxing in general is like it's shaky. There's no association.
It's a mind game.
Yeah, but from the points, because even the fight with Garcia and Haney, Haney was winning all those middle rounds. The one where he was getting beat up. I'm like, wait, how is Haney still high on the scoreboard?
Because
like, how?
See, boxing is tricky because people think.
I know that's the points. The points.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, it's not making sense.
He's getting knocked down. But if you watch it, Haney was really getting him with a little shots here and there. Ryan was just knocking this boy down. Ryan wasn't tagging him. He was just knocking him down.
Yeah, he was tagging him. Ryan was putting paws on this man,
every
bro.
Every time he tagged him, he knocked him down, bro.
There was no way in hell a person that's not blind can see that Haney did not win half that fight. They had on the scoreboard. They had this motherfucker winning like rounds 3 to like 9, 3 to 10.
I keep it a buck. I'm gonna be honest with you. They said that in the amateurs, Ryan used to beat up on Haney.
Yeah.
So everyone supposedly that been watching their fights over the years, the people already knew that watching Ryan. They already knew he was gonna hurt Devin.
According to the my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I was gonna say, according to the stats, Haney percentage-wise landed more shots than Garcia. So I think that's what Ron was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. He did.
That makes sense.
But
it makes sense.
Okay, there was a fight I watched with heavyweights. One of the heavyweights got knocked down twice, but he still won a fight. And everyone was like, how'd that happen? Because if you watch the fight, that dude was hitting him with better shots. In order for you to really it's all about points. That's why Floyd was the GOAT. That man was the GOAT. Floyd didn't care about knocking you out.
But Floyd didn't get touched either, though. I hear you on the points, but Floyd didn't get touched. Haney was getting touched. It's like the defense got to be points too, right? I hear you on the points, and the stats are the stats. If you thrown and landed, whatever. And I hear you. The 2 knockouts, I have to see the fight because I would say the same thing. Yeah, you get knocked down twice, maybe in the first round, but if you go through the stretch and you doing the more aggressive beating the dude up, I feel you. But I watched the Ryan fight, and I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, is this some things I just see? But even outside of that, didn't they say since Ryan didn't make weight that he's not gonna have the belt? That there's
he don't got the belt.
Nobody has the belt, right? The belt's just there.
Oh, he beat him up for nothing.
So and that's my last point. I'm like, man, you got all this fame.
I thought Devin kept his belt.
He lost it. Huh? He lost his belt.
Devin?
Devin lost the belt.
Well, this is the thing. Ryan didn't get the belt, and Ryan didn't get it, and Devin, I believe. I gotta look more into it, but I did hear something about he something don't got it or something. But no one got a belt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the outcome. Nobody got the belt because he lost it and got that L. Ryan got a dub but didn't get the belt. That's why I was like, what the heck? But outside, I know out of that marvelous fight that neither of these guys got their ring or their belt. I know one person who's been waiting 20 years finally got his roses. Let's talk about it. And I guess a pun intended, right? I don't know if that was Reggie Bush's breakout game in the Rose Bowl or whatever, but talk to him, man. Reggie Bush got his shit back. Let's give him a round of applause, man.
Not his belt back, but his Heisman trophy back.
Man, yeah, he got his shit back, man. I love it.
Wait, y'all gotta inform me, why did they take it again?
Because the NIL didn't exist at that time.
Basically, yep.
Yeah, money.
Long story short, they were saying he was getting compensated and all the hidden stuff in the background getting paid. And this back in the early 2000s.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but mind you, they stripped it, and when NIL became not even NIL, when they actually started giving you money for your likenesses and all that, and then NIL, they never went back and like, all right, Reggie, you're right, you deserve this. They just kind of was like, we don't worry about it. It took him that long, bro, to finally get his stuff back, man.
That's sick, bro.
Because what do you call it? Johnny calling him out.
Yeah, it was exactly. So everybody on the committee was like, that's the one thing they said. Everybody who became a Heisman after Reggie, They was like when they had their little meetings, they were like, "Hey man, can we get Reggie Bush? Can we get him his shit back? Because, dude."
Hey, I respect that, bro. That's respect.
Nah, so I'm glad he got it back. I'm glad they gave it back. He's on this road up, but it's like I don't know what he's gonna do with it now or how he's gonna feel now because it's the same. I feel like it's not the same. I shouldn't say that, but you can compare this scenario to somebody who wrongfully was accused and got time behind bars, and they tried to pay you like, oh man, sorry, this wasn't really a rape charge, or you really weren't, whatever. That's usually how it goes. Was falsely accused, but they've been in jail for 5 years, and oh yeah, we'll give you a couple $1 million or 10 million. It's like, it's like cool, I got the money, but I'm like, but damn, bro, 5, 10, 20 years of my life, or being in that environment, like being locked up is not just like, oh yeah, you locked up behind, like, bro, that's stressful. I've never been, but again, it's like you tell me 5 years and then or 20 mil, I'm thinking like, wait, I don't want to be 5 years anywhere behind bars, so I feel like it's not the same, but I can compare it.
You can compare it, but I would say the only other difference between this one that would make it, like you said, that to make it a little off is that after Reggie stopped playing, because everybody knew about the Heisman thing, it kind of has kept him relevant for so long.
True.
So now I'm not saying that because I know he does his broadcasting and things like that, but like everybody, like you said, everybody knew that Reggie didn't have his Heisman. So like every single year, Heisman ceremony, whatever it is, topic of discussion, Reggie don't have his Heisman. Now he got it back.
Yeah.
So it's like
honestly,
Vince
Young really was the Heisman winner that year.
Ooh, Vince Young the Bush.
VY didn't get one that year.
I don't think. Did he?
When Reggie Bush, they took the Heisman from Reggie Bush and gave it to Vince Young that year.
Oh yeah.
So they're technically taking it from Vince Young and giving it back to Reggie Bush.
Oh yeah, that's Reggie's. That's Reggie's for sure. You got to get that to Reggie. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't hold you. I heard a stat, bro. Where he had like.
He was supposed to enter the draft that same year, but they paid him money to stay. So I mean, it makes sense. But
I gotta look this up real quick because I remember.
That's when it was Reggie Bush.
I thought Matt Leinart won that year that Vince Young was supposed to win it, bro. Not Reggie. I thought Reggie had one, and then Matt Leinart won one.
Nah.
I think Matt Leinart got the year before.
Yeah, it's Reggie Bush. I looked it up. Bush won the Heisman in a landslide vote over Vince Young. Yeah.
And then it happened the same year. Didn't they go back to back or something like that? Or no? I'm not. Like 09 and 10, right?
This is 05. This is at least this is 05 though.
God dang.
Yeah, as I said, early 2000s, bro. That's what I'm saying. I just know. I don't know. I don't have the whole voting sheet, but I know. Yeah, that Reggie.
The reason I know that because that's when it's UT. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga Ron don't know anything we talking about. Ron has no.
He had his shot. Ron had us with the boxing.
Guess what? Guess what? It's okay because I be seeing these dudes come through the airport. Adrian Peterson, he came through last week.
My boy.
You might not want to say him.
You ain't get no picture, bro?
Guess what? Dennis Rodman came through.
Wait, go back to AP. You ain't get no picture, bro?
Hey, nope, but Dennis Rodman mom told me off.
What you doing?
Hey, Dennis Rodman mom, by the way, no disrespect to my elders, but that's a mean old lady, bro.
Damn, she cooked you up.
She cooked me, bro, and
what
I was pissed. So she had this cigar thing, bro. It's like a cigar lighter, but it's like a torch lighter. And she came through, and she was like in a wheelchair, bro, and they were pushing her. And I was like, hey, you can't have this. She's like, that's fine. My son, Dennis Rodman, we got a lot more of those.
Oh, man.
I said, that's cool. These got to go, though. She's like, that's fine. We got more.
Dang.
We got a whole bunch of them.
You always being some shit, Ron.
She basically said she got money, basically. She's going like, we got money, nigga. We going to come back with them.
Damn. You always being some shit, Ron. Especially, that's crazy. Who else you be seeing at the airport? Who else you be seeing at the airport, man? Who else you be seeing?
I seen Terrell Owens the other day. He came through pre-check. He tried to hide, but I caught him. He had a hoodie on. He tried to be he stand out from everybody.
Yeah, bro. These ex-athletes, you can't hide, bro. I don't know how to be.
I seen about a month ago, I seen Garrett Wilson. So, and the same thing, he came in a hoodie and everything. It's like, I know your face. But then when he came back outside, because he was going into a hotel, and when he came back out the hotel, he had this stupid Cuban on. I was like, okay,
I know.
Now I know it was him.
Nah, facts. I was at my, so two things. It was like probably a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I was working out in my apartment gym, and same shit. I seen this dude. I was like, man, I ain't never seen this cat before. 6'3", already kind of swole. I'm like, all right. And then he came in there first working out. So it's just me and him in the gym. He's in there, and of course he already got 250 pounds. You know, he doing everything crazy because the gym ain't got much weight. But he decked out. He got like 3 chains on. He got like a jumpsuit. He got like a jumpsuit on with all the chains. So I was like, all right, it's questionable. I was like, well, he could have just bought this Green Bay Packers. I was like, he could have just bought this and went to work out. I was like, but he got too much drip on to be in this gym. I was like, you don't just wear that. I mean, because it's like, again, it was probably Cubans or whatever, but it was a lot of chains. So after the workout, because the whole time I'm thinking like, yeah, nah, he on the team. He got to be on the roster. So I'm looking it up. He was like a rookie at the time. He had just got drafted to the Packers. But I think he's from Fort Worth. I think he went to TCU. I'm sorry. I think he went to TCU. I can't remember that. But I remember I was like, man, Green Bay, new linebacker. Finally found him. I said, oh shit, that is this dude. So afterwards, I forgot what I said or how I got to him. And I started talking to him. And then like the last thing I said, like, hey man, you know, congratulations. I was like, man, but I'm a Vikings fan, so I really don't mess with you like that. But he started laughing and everything. But I was thinking like, all right, this is it. He could be really locked in on this Green Bay shit, but yeah, that was him though. So again,
if you know what's crazy,
what was his name?
I can't remember his name, bro. I do not remember.
Oh. Woods, that's how we know you got money. You in the same area working out with a nigga in the league. Y'all just working out the same complex.
Look, he was a rookie, bro.
Same complex.
He was a rookie. What he doing out here?
Yeah.
He ain't supposed to be out here. That ain't my fault.
You will know.
I think it's that rookie bonus. Bonus.
He a rookie, bro. He was stopping by. If you ask me, the apartment gym ain't nothing. So look,
that's nuts.
But what about this airport though?
Bro, where I live at, you would never see any athlete.
But you work. It's where you work at though. You at work and you see him.
Yeah, I see him on. Hey, I seen
which airport?
Tiana Trump.
See what I'm saying? I talked about one dude. I don't even know their name. You naming top 10 celebrities, bro, and actors and actresses, quote unquote. Hey, no, what airport do you work at though? Which one?
George Bush Airport.
Yeah, bro, Bush.
He about to have everybody pull up on him.
Bro,
crazy.
Yeah, facts. Like, bro, that's where everybody be at. But hey, look, speaking of local celebrities, well, I don't think she's a local celebrity, but you ever ran into what's that girl named Megan Hall? You ever ran into her yet?
Local celebrity.
Megan Hall, who that?
Yeah, that's that police officer, man. She just got that check. You talk about it?
So she's the police officer like last year, 2 years ago, who was in that sex scandal with like 6 other police officers.
The world rewards Jezebels, man.
But did you hear about the reward she got though?
Wait, what was it?
$500,000. She got
$500,000.
A lawsuit. She filed a lawsuit and got $500,000. I don't know how, but her lawyer and their team flipped the script and was like wrongful. What was it? It was the work environment was hostile, and that all of the alleged men or the whole sex scandal, it was like them trying to teach her a culture, shape her into this whatever. I forgot the words they used, but I'm thinking like, yo, they really flipped this around to get $500K. Bro, it's crazy.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro.
Crazy, man.
Jezebels. That's why I say in the world now, women that are like that, promiscuous, it seems like they winning, but they really not winning. Honestly, she don't deserve that $500,000 because I personally feel like she really wanted some. Oh yeah, she wanted to have some fun.
And then she ain't tell nobody. Like she could have told whatever the hierarchy is, right? But bro, it's talking about. I pulled it up here. It was talking about the harassment part of it. Somebody was asking Miss Hall to dance for him in his office, stating that he would harass Miss Hall and make fun of her, and then asking her in a sexually suggestive overtone whether she preferred dark, white, or milk chocolate.
So she got raped. That's what they're saying. She got raped, basically.
No, they're not saying that. They're saying that she was put in that awkward situation or hostile or, hey, why are you asking me about my flavors of chocolate? You're a black guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like alluding to all of this.
I feel like it's two ways because I at least for me anyway, I've ran into guys like that say weird things to women and be like,
that's called
why
harassment,
did you
brother.
say something? Yeah, I know, but I'm saying so I can I'm not saying that she's totally lying, because especially like being former prior service as well, like it's some weird guys in like the military, police, all of that.
Oh yeah.
And like those guys, they get like this power fetish, and they like, I feel like I can do and say whatever I want to say. I'm not gonna say she's totally wrong, but it sounds like something like a nigga would say, just be like randomly some like random stuff like that. But I ain't gonna say that she couldn't have went to some higher ups though, way before when, and definitely started that process way longer. So that's what definitely
she was in that thing way more. And she was next. Right? I ain't hearing none of that shit.
But listen, bro.
And it's
I don't understand. Okay, a comment. Okay, do you prefer chocolate or vanilla? Then you open your mouth up and you just let boys tag you because they ask you that? Like, how did that happen?
Hey, there's another one.
I mean, it is a moral thing.
There's one more.
Thing,
they took her clothes off, or she just ripped them off?
There's one more too, y'all.
I'm kind of feeling this.
It says, describing her clothing as hot girl summer. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Hot girl summer?
At this point,
come on.
if they giving out that amount of money, somebody touch me at work now. Now I got something going on.
That 500K. That's
you said didn't you say Diddy came through your airport, right?
And if he comes, just know I'm about to do the most. I'm pulling that nigga bag. I'm like, man, he talking about he want to touch on me. I'm gonna just make up some shit, get money.
Oh, okay.
If we making it that easy, right?
Oh, that's what you was going with. You should have heard your boy in the last episode. Party favors. He got you. Your boy right next to you, Ron. He was ready to give out some party favors.
You gonna walk his back to his car?
Not to the room, Hubert. To the room.
I'm sure the hell am.
To the room, not the car.
That boy groped on me.
To the room.
He groped me.
Ron, he taking you to the room, not to the car, to the room.
And I know I could beat Diddy ass, so I go to the room.
Hey, Ronald, you car, tell him pull up to his hotel. What you doing?
Say that again.
He ain't hear you. Say it again.
Hey, he gives you a card, so you pull up to his hotel. Let's talk business. Come to my hotel. What you doing?
And we about to talk big business, and I'm about to get some money. Guess what? Because I'm a lie. Or I got in the room. And
here's the thing. Ron knows. See, that's the thing, Ron. Yeah. You ain't getting no money because they know. Like, no, you already know what time Diddy on. You still went to the room, and there you go. Now you behind bars, and you lost the bread.
I will beat Diddy ass, his son's ass.
You ain't fighting Diddy. You're not fighting him. You fighting his entourage, brother. You
said beat or eat?
You're sick, Hubert.
You said eat?
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not
you say you eat Diddy ass?
That's not what he said, bro. That's wild. Oh. Hey, but Ron, I guess the premise of the whole story is you want to extort somebody for some money, right? That's what you're trying to get at.
Get some cash.
So
cash flow will be given.
But Hubert, I think you told us about this in the chat too the other day about wasn't it like a heist in LA? Some bank heist in LA, the largest cash heist or whatever?
Oh yeah, so it was one of the biggest heists in LA just earlier this month where they stole over how much?
Oh, 30 mil. I see it. I'm looking at it right now.
30 mil. Yeah, they stole 30 mil with no traces to be found. So if y'all was able to rob a bank and not get caught, would y'all do it?
Of course. Yeah.
30 mil.
You just said not get caught.
Well, yeah, I mean, not get caught.
Who wouldn't?
That's easy. Yeah, not to get caught for sure. If I knew I wasn't getting caught.
First of all, I think there's people that would legitimately say they wouldn't do it because there's people that's finding $50K on the road and turning it into the cops, and I don't
turn
True that.
No, I'm turning it in.
Wait.
You turning it in?
Wait, you turning it in?
Yeah, turning it in.
I'm turning it in.
Why?
You lying?
Because there's a God.
So you gonna still, but you gonna rob a bank?
$100 in the parking lot with it, turn it in. I'm not listening to you.
Well, $100. I don't know who to take $100.
He said he will rob a bank for 30 mil, but turn in 50K.
It's called hypocrisy, Ron. Hypocrisy, Ron. Hypocrisy, Ron.
You found 50K on the street.
You know what that means?
Going to the local authorities.
Ron, you're being a hypocrite, Ron. There's no way you can do that. Don't bring the Lord in this.
Okay. Let me give y'all some.
Don't bring the Lord in this.
Go find 50,000. What you gonna do, Steph? What you gonna do with it?
So okay, wait. Give me a scenario. I just found it in the street.
I'm saying you find it 50,000. You can't put it in your bank account because the IRS is gonna ask you where it's coming from.
But where did I find the money? Where did I find it at? I just found a duffel on the ground. Did I find it in a car?
Yeah, let's say you find a duffel bag on the ground at the park or by your apartment, somewhere by the bench. You know what I'm saying? Just
see, this is the tricky part, Hubert. That money could belong to some type of bank or drug dealer. We don't know.
I give no beans.
How does that affect me?
Zero beans. So
if you spend that money and they track it, you're done.
How can they track cash?
They can't.
Bro, okay. Find 50,000.
I wish.
And let me know how that goes when you start spending that.
I wish I could find it. For sure.
If I found it, I would let you know. I'm just saying. All I'm saying.
Don't deposit nothing in your bank.
There's people in this world who run to these situations and keep to the cops. I wouldn't be that person.
Yeah, I'm holding on to that. I'm definitely holding on to that.
Let me ask y'all, what would y'all do? How would y'all spend it?
Slow. Gotta spend it slow. Gotta spend it slow.
That is true.
Come on, Hugh. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna be dumb.
Stop playing. Yeah, there it is.
I'm not just gonna go crazy. That's how niggas get caught.
And you don't deposit in your bank account. Obviously, no. You can't deposit $350K or something like that. Nah, slow boogie. Take it. First of all, I'm going to the club. Either I'm going to Austin or Dallas. Hey, y'all, pull up on your boy.
He said I'm going to the club.
But think about it. That's a write-off. You in the club spending money, buying sections and bottles. Wait, where'd you got this money? Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it because it's gone today. So I'm going to spend probably about a grand or two, maybe more, at this off rip, doing that. You can deposit some of that cash in your bank account.
You can deposit. Like, what, $1,000?
Facts. You got a slow boogie. Slow boogie. Then it's 50K. That's 50K of assets. Oh, man. Hey, Hugh, Ron, Burn. Here y'all go real quick.
Or you can open a brokerage account and invest that in stocks, and they ain't gonna ask questions where the money came from. They don't give a damn.
See, Ron ain't got his head screwed on right. He ain't tracking.
Yeah.
He ain't tracking.
Lying, that's what it is.
You put $1,000 in a brokerage account, they gonna take that with ease.
Ron ain't tracking, bro. But again, we're talking 30 mil though. 30 mil not getting caught? Hell yeah. Man, that's crazy. Let me look into this.
I'm just trying to think what your lady would say. You'd be like, oh, yeah, babe, I found 50K today, and I turned it into the police station. What you think she would say?
Smack the shit out you, boy.
Yeah, she ain't going for it.
I might smack the shit out of you.
Ask her. Should I ask her?
Yeah,
definitely.
Corey.
I guarantee you she going to tell you what the are you doing?
Come here.
That might be grounds for
I like how the cameras is doing it.
No, yeah, it goes back and forth. That's lit. They 30 mil though, bro. That's crazy. 30 mil at the vault. Cause they even carry that much cash at the bank.
All right, she about it. All right, what was the question?
Hugh.
If you found $50,000 and you randomly just turned it back into the cops.
It's Ron. If Ron found $50,000 and he turned it into the cops and told you he turned it into the cops, what would be your reaction?
If I found $50,000 on the road and I told you, hey, I found $50,000, I'm turning this into the local authorities, what would you say?
So you already did.
I already turned it in. And you found out I turned in $50,000 that I found on the side of the street.
She laughing at you.
Why would you laugh?
Because I don't know what I would do in that situation.
She don't know what she would do either.
But she laughing at you, Ron, because you didn't make the right decision.
So would you want me to keep it or turn it? Because people go to jail for that type of stuff.
Nah, you're persuading her, bro.
Jail for finding money.
You persuading it, bro. You might die.
She turned it. That's why we together. She turned that money she found before, right? How much was it?
And so that's the relationship, Ron. That's what you based it on. So that's what it was.
How'd she find it?
Okay. Middle school, $80. She turned it in.
Hey, nigga. I like a motherfucker if I found that $80.
This is crazy. I don't understand, Ron. 50K, you find. So the only thing I'm gonna change with my answer, I'm still not giving it to the authorities. But if it was like, say, like you bought a car or like a rental car or some shit, or like you got an Uber, not an Uber, you got a rental car, or like there was like a duffel underneath like a bench or something where it was placed strategic, and I found it, I would probably circle back like, hold on, this might be a drug drop or something. Let me get my eyes on it. But now, hold on, bro. I'm gonna circle back, but my eyes is locked in the whole time. Like I'm there, like I'm around the corner because you might lose your life. I'm not worried about the laws, but you may get, somebody might snatch you up. Like, hold on, especially if it was like a Louis Vuitton bag or like a Gucci, something like that, like where it's like, hold on, these motherfuckers ain't playing. Somebody might be plotting this or setting this up. But otherwise, if I'm getting my hands on it, I'm not going to the authorities. No. And then I'm not telling a lot of people either. I'm holding on to that, and it's like, hey.
Bro, you shouldn't tell nobody.
But no, facts. Low key. I mean, it's like the lottery. You win the lottery, you ain't.
Oh, I'm anonymous.
Yeah, no facts. You don't want to tell everybody about that. So, but I like this discussion because we went from 30 mil to 50K. Let's get something more in our range, right? So we go out to eat. We go to a restaurant. It's not about stealing money now, but say you go out to eat, and say all four of us go out to eat somewhere. It don't even gotta be a fancy restaurant, and we all get our own. We get our bills, right? What's your range of? Okay, first, do you tip individually? Would you tip? And then what's your range or like your rule for tips? So again, the scenario: all four of us went out to eat together. We do separate checks, and because it's us four. But what is your point of view on a tip? How much would you give? Like, what's your rule, percentage behind it, and like your theory behind tips? Go ahead, Hugh. What you got?
All right. So I started off. I would definitely tip, but it depends on how they serve.
Yep, the service. Yep.
So it depends on the service. So if they give a good service, if I got money that day, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably tip 30%.
Okay, 30%. That's kind of high. Okay.
20 to 30%. I say 20, 30%. But
depending on the service.
If they trash, I mean, I typically tip regardless. But like, if the service is trash, I'll probably give you like $1.
Yeah. So, but you're still charitable. You still giving out something. Go ahead, Burnt.
That's so disrespectful.
What you got, Burnt? I see the head nod, Burnt. Go ahead. Go next, Burnt. What's your point of view on this?
Oh, my nigga said $1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That shit is hilarious.
Hey, Burnt, I don't know, man. What you doing, Burnt?
Talk to him, Burnt. What you got?
No, I'm tipping. No. I'm definitely tipping. I mean, at the bare minimum, well, I'm not gonna lie. I just round up to the next number. So, if I pay $33, then you get $7 in tips. If I pay $38, you might get $2 in tips. So I do round up. But
wait, what?
It does
that
also
is crazy.
Wait. It does also depend on where I'm at. If I usually go to a nicer restaurant and things like that, I don't tip no less than $10. Because I do watch a lot of like cooking shows and stuff like that. So I know that they work incredibly hard and they still don't make enough for what they do. So I at least do 10. But if I like anywhere like, I don't know, just basic, if you will, like IHOP or something like that, not to say that that's any less. If I'm only spending $33, then yeah, I'm only gonna round it up to the next value, and then $40 is my whole thing.
40. Okay, so 40. Next. Okay.
It'd be $7 tip.
Yeah, I'm tracking. Okay, that's not. I'm tracking. I'm tracking.
So Woods, what you want, Woods?
So, not everybody's not getting a tip. I'm straight up. Everybody's not getting a tip. Everybody's not getting a tip. So it's about the service. So if you give me good service, you know, and I'm not talking about extravagant. Give me basic service, you know. Give me the basic. You ain't gotta do the most. I'm gonna give you a tip because I'm like, all right, I'm satisfied. There was no, hey man, where's my shit at? You missed my meal, blah blah. I'm okay with that. And I don't do a percentage. I kind of do both. I'll do a percentage or I do like a whole number too. I like that too, Burnt. Depending on maybe it's because OCD, but depending on how much I spent, like if it's 26. I'm like, all right, you know, service wasn't bad. I'll probably give them 30 or like maybe a 5, 10, something like that. Fancy restaurants, even then, I would tip more than $1. But if I didn't get good service, but the service is usually good at those restaurants. However, if the service wasn't good, that's my first trigger. If the service was bad or rememberable as far as like, man, this was not a good experience, you're not getting shit, brother or sister. Easy. So, but I would tip. And even low key, I like giving tips more at like Sonic. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to Sonic, I tip every time. But see, it's different for me because I used to work at Sonic and I was doing the car hop deal. So I really feel for them. It's different from when
I'm saying when it comes to like pizza delivery, since I used to do pizza delivery, I tip every single time. Or like Uber Eats, I tip every single time.
DoorDash, shit like that. I'll give you. But see, that's the tip where you get like $1, $5, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But what I don't tip is when you go to one of them places where you order something and they just typing stuff in and they give it to you and then they turn the
thing around. They no tip. I'm hitting no tip. It's no 15, 20, 30, no tip. Spin it back around. You didn't get shit.
When they turn that screen around.
Say that.
I was disrespected. Cause I'm like, why would you turn the screen? And I walked here.
They turn it around. They walk off.
Turn that whole around like I'm supposed to give you extra.
They turn the screen and they walk off. Like, here you go. And then they
I got the farmer's market.
What about the jars?
I picked out my own stuff.
I don't even look at those.
Went to the register, picked out my own stuff, went to the register. They turned around asking for a tip. I'm like, I did all the work.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, even valet. Valet get me like that, too. So I do a valet.
Oh, they got me messed up.
No, facts. So there's some valets. Hold on. There's some valets where I have to park my car. I'm like, so what the fuck is valet for? Besides the space. So they be like, we got Cash App, I'm like, but I parked the car. Like, you don't, you're not getting the tip here, sir. And then even normal valet, I don't tip. I'm like, hey, valet, if it charges, I'll pay the charge or the fee. I'm not giving you a tip to take my car and park it. I can do that. I prefer to do it. Cause y'all, somebody hit my shit up before, so I'm like, so valet, I'm like, man, you're a little shaky, man. I don't. So.
Nah, that is shaky.
Not the Mozzie.
Yeah, not the Mozzie. Yeah, bro, the Mozzie, man, come on, bro. Can't.
That shit dumb shaky, bro.
Bro, so.
I guess it needs to. Before Ron goes, I need to ask, what is your criteria for your basic service? Because for me, anyway, my tip for basic service, or like how I figure basic service is like, I shouldn't have to ask you, or I shouldn't have to tell you to come refill my water or something like that. Like, that should be automatic.
That's fair.
That should be automatic, right?
That's fair.
Okay. So, all right. I just want to make that be clear, because I've had a conversation with somebody. I was out on a date once, and I got upset because I didn't get my beverage filled. And it's like, isn't that what the job entails?
I ain't gonna lie. I got one more thing that affects my tip. If I'm at a restaurant, if I walk in, they send me in the black back.
Oh yeah, the seating. Hey, that's true. The seating, true.
The seating
matters.
Don't sit me in the back.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's them little things, those little cues where I'm like, all right, you ain't getting the tip, or you ain't. You got an attitude? Oh, I love it. I was a crack barrel.
They put me back in the corner. I said, oh no, they opened the door to get to the restroom or to the kitchen. I ain't doing that.
What you say, Ron? What was your point of view, Ron? What you say though?
I'm kind of like what Burns said. Like, it's the little things. Like, as a server, you know, there's certain things you have to do. Come by, check the table, see how full their glass is. If you walking smooth by me, you see I just got ice at the bottom of my cup, and you just keep looking and walking by, your tip is decreasing every time you walk by me.
I don't know how it's decreasing. It shouldn't increase at all. It was at zero.
Like, that's my thing. But if you come and you're like talking, so where are you from? And I like that. That means you like your job. You ask me questions. You're engaging. Are you good? Do you want something else? You know, these are really good when they know their job. That's like, it make me feel like I'm on vacation. But you got some people that come by, all right, just let me know if you need anything. What? Like, something like that, I don't like tipping when that happens.
I do like this.
Kind of like,
I do like this point of view as far as tips, because that's more restaurant. More restaurant vibes. So if we talk service vibes too, so I think good example like the barbershop. I've been going to my barber for hella years, right? So usually if whatever is a 20 piece, 30 piece, you always give them a tip too, right? So and then one thing I learned from my dad is like, depending on, because restaurants are shaky, because this first server you don't know, you know, you may be in a new environment, new state, whatever. But like something that consistent like your barber, he likes to do like he'll tip somebody first. Like he'll try to set the tone. So I was like, okay, that's a good approach. Again, that's his point of view. But he'll sit down like, all right, I'm gonna give you this tip now. So then I'm expecting good service because I already gave you your tip up front. There's no confusion. It's like, hey, now put in the work because you good. So I do that with my barber. I'll get to the barber shop. I'll go ahead and send in the tip, the money right there before I even get the haircut. I'm like, hey, bro, I know what time it is. Let's get it. I feel like, I never asked him, but I feel like that's a good, it sets the tone because now he's like, oh, I already got the bread. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I do this head perfect. Hey, let me make sure I do the extra mile. And then I've been going there. Like, it's not my first time. So I feel like that's a good, like that type of a tip, or for service that in that regard, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna always give a tip to the barber, your hairstylist, whatever it may be. And then up front, if I could, you know, because I'm like, nah, I'm guaranteed, like, I want you to do good. You don't need to worry about nothing else here. Because, you know, barbershops and beauty salons, they be getting snubbed too on their services and tips and, you know, people running out. What you got, Burnt? What you about to say?
Bro, if you ever, bro.
I needed to like.
Nigga raise.
I did earlier too. That's good. Raise your hand, bro.
Listen, I gotta. Yeah. No, I was saying that because we're gonna have to do like 15 more minutes. I gotta feed my babies. So.
Hey, that's okay. We want you to feed your babies. So here we go. I got two more things for you. So as you speak of your babies, and Ron, we know you got a little one too. Let's talk about fatherhood, y'all. What's some things?
Florida.
What's some things about fatherhood? Why are you laughing? What's going on here, man? This man Ron cooked, bro. But talk about it because most of us. So again, we talked about it. I think we talked about it earlier. But I'm joining the hood of parenthood. You know, I'm out there. But what as far as you, Ron, and Darius, what do y'all think, man? How do y'all define fatherhood? How do y'all say the difference between fathers and dads, defining fatherhood, and some things that you can either leave me, maybe Hubert in the future, but that you can leave us with
Big
some.
Uncle Hugh. Big Uncle Hugh vibes.
Talk to us though, man, on that approach.
You want to go first? You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
He asked you.
I asked both of y'all.
I go first.
He asked both of us.
Well, I would say for me anyway. I mean, so I guess I get related to just not really growing up without that father. I grew up. By the time my dad got there, my stepdad, which is my dad, it was 7th grade. But younger years, not really growing up with that male father figure and things like that. And so for me anyway, the biggest thing is just being there and being able to kind of teach them the way that the morals and values that you learn and things like that gets instilled. I feel like that starts with the dad.
Yeah.
I feel like the dad is the one that is not only just the leader of the household, but he sets like that foundation and be like, this is what we stand for, this is what we don't stand for, these is our values, or that. And especially very, very young, early on, it's like you might be figuring that out as well, but as long as you're there, I think that's the biggest thing, and that's the biggest thing. That's the difference between being a father that's kind of just like being there, just physically, and then a dad that actually wants to be involved and being able to teach and things like that. But overall, it's one of those. It's the greatest feeling, like literally.
I love it. I love the answer for sure. Talk to us, Ron. What you got? What's your point of view?
Honestly, to piggyback on that, he's right. Just being there for your child, and just don't miss the important moments. Sometimes, I grew up with my father, so I just have a very great example. My dad was there for a lot of my accomplishments. Now, granted, he was in the military at the time. He was gone a lot, and I understood it because it was explained to me why he was gone. And it was just being honest with your child and telling them why this is that. Don't just be honest and detailed with your child. And like I said, be honest with your children. And like I said, you don't want to just be a dad, but you also want to be like, you want to engage with them emotionally. How was your day? How are you feeling? What happened? Stuff like that. Because a lot of times as dads, we're so involved with work, we tend to, it's almost just like robots. Like you come home, hey, how you doing? Shower, eat, sleep. I used to do that, but I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to just be more involved as far as asking questions and stuff like that. You know, it's just a balance, man. Because being a parent, I tell people, it's not necessarily easy, but it's very rewarding because you have something that you created and they're looking up to you. And one thing I would tell you, your child's gonna watch everything you do. Yeah. I'm talking about everything you do. There's things that my son see me do, and I'm like, I didn't even know you were paying attention to that. Like, I'll be like, sometimes I'll have my shirt off and I'll be flexing, like just seeing like my gains. I'm not thinking he's watching. But one day I see him in the mirror doing that.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, that's crazy, because he's like, oh, I want to see what and I'm like, I never told him about this. He's watching. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
they're always watching. Just be a good example, which I know you're going to be a great dad, to be honest.
I appreciate it.
Foundation, because you had your dad too, and you understand. Right. Your dad was a great example. So you're blessed. You already know.
Yeah, that's how I was gonna kind of summarize it too, man. And then I still want your point of view, Hugh, outside looking in. After I give my sentiments, because I think Burnt and Ron's a good example, like you said. Ron grew up, had both parents in the household, military, so we kind of know that discipline structure. And then Burnt having that father and / dad. So I do like to say, at least looking into that, yeah, anyone can be a father, I feel like, because that's the biological definition, right? Someone who had that DNA as their father, or, right? But then I think that dad piece of it, y'all both said it, and without, highlighting it, but being present, just being there. I feel like that's so underrated, because just look at how some of either our friends or our friends with kids without the father figure, or even some of us, our friends, mutual friends that grew up without their fathers. It's like, yeah, you not even being there, you can't ask the right question. You can't challenge what happened at school. You can't discipline them the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not even being there is the first step. So I try not to get overwhelmed with like, oh man, how am I gonna, work out? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do that? How am I gonna teach them cursive? Whatever it may be. But it's like, yeah, the fact that I'm already there and present, I feel like is the number one thing you should worry about, or think about, at least when it comes to fatherhood, parenting. Because yes, that's funny to hear. But even then, like we see your videos, and I'm like, yeah, I see Lil Ron in the background doing the same thing, trying to dance or trying to, do this and that. So I'm like, oh yeah, that is gonna be smooth sailing, man, or gonna be cool to have in the household, or someone looking up to you like that. But what's your point of view, Hugh? I know you don't have kids, obviously, but you can still weigh in on what you think you can emulate as a father or dad when you do have kids. So what's your point of view on that still?
Yeah, so my point of view is, pretty much the same. I feel like since we're all brothers, we all have like the same view when it comes to like being men and fathers. So
yeah.
And then being that I am Uncle Hugh, I got a lot of nephews and nieces. So
yeah, you got a lot of practice.
yeah, I got a lot of practice. So but you hit on the head. Like, I feel like the most important thing is like just being there, being present. Right?
Yeah.
Cause like my dad was in my life, so I feel like the biggest thing is just being there, and then also being emotionally vulnerable with your kids, and understanding them mentally instead of getting frustrated.
That's a good
right?
one.
And I feel like that's gonna be one of my biggest tasks when I eventually do have kids. If I have kids, because the way the world going, I don't know, it's expensive, but
True that.
I want to be just like emotionally there, and like I want my kids to be like, be able to understand and just be there.
I think that's big too, and you said it, Ron, indirectly, on the beginning of the call, but the patience, or you might have said it behind the scenes. But that patience is going to be key, because I think all of us, either growing up amongst each other or either in the household, we all had some type of temper or hot head, or we're males, right? It's some type of aggressive manner, which is coming from either a lack of patience or you're narrow-minded or whatnot, so not having that ability to empathize with other people. Like, no, I said to do it this way, and boom. So I think that's a big one too. But man, fellas, this is our first virtual call, man. Darius couldn't stay his ass in his seat, but we know what time it is, man. Good. We all good. But here, hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll try to get some more for this, y'all. Again, give me a shout out, man. I got a little one on the way, little baby Woods on the way, y'all. He's gonna be the third. Stop playing. Big trio out. Yeah. But close us out, gentleman Ron. We're gonna see you again, right?
Hey man, God bless you all, and thank you for supporting us. Really appreciate it, man. And we got some more stuff coming.
There it is. Skinny Man, who? What you got? Talk to him.
Hey man, I just like all the people that's still watching our videos and still supporting us, still asking us questions and all that stuff. So hey, I appreciate it, Skinny Man Hugh.
Chocolate Kobe, close us out. What you got, man? Talk to us.
Close us out, brother.
Close us out. What you got to say, man? Closing remarks.
He looked pissed.
He hot. Patience. We just talked about patience, brother. Patience. You look hot, bro. Hey, just say one word. We're going to wrap it up.
He look mad.
Give me one word. We're going to wrap it up, brother.
Like, oh, I'm going to tear his ass.
Yeah, love your family. That's what I was saying.
Somebody about to catch that heat. Hey, but that's it for y'all, man. We back. We're going to be here for y'all. Bam.